living this life.
No, it really is. So I just got a text from my wife. It's a text to me and her mom. She said, I'm divorced and I see her mom. A blog has accused him of cheating on me. So I'm done. Like, that's what I'm dealing with in real life. Like, in real life, see what it says? Yep, the girl who used to work with him. So this is what I'm really dealing with. And that's I'm going to be as transparent as I can be, because this is what happens when you play like this. You play on people's lives. You play on whatever they may be dealing with. And they have to deal with real circumstances. So this is what I'm dealing with this morning.
Young Joc and Kendra's marriage seemed like a dream come true. Hip-hop and love fans had anticipated for a big wedding and a new beginning, but the fissures were far deeper behind closed doors, and Joc has now had enough, splitting from Kendra and ending their relationship. What specifically went wrong? Why did this couple's romance turn to heartbreak? Let's examine the shocking reality of their split.
Because as a man, guess what? I got to stand on mine too. Because guess what? Let me tell you something. I didn't go to college. Guess what? I want my kids to go to college. You can say that right now. I don't want them to go that direction. I want them to go to college. I can say that with you too. Right. But don't sit here in front of the world, in front of the media, and say, oh, I wouldn't want my son or your son to be like you. Oh. No, you put a little respect on my name. I'm successful. I take care of my kids. Okay. Ain't none of my kids out here in dire need of love and support. Okay. So we're going to do that. Right? Okay. So I don't appreciate that. Because there's some things about you that I can say, I'm not going to do that. I respect you. I love you enough.
I want this back.
No. I respect you.
I'm
not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
Be my guest. I'm not going to be slighted.
I'm not going to do it. That's where we are. Right?
However, because of his charisma and laid-back personality, young Joc, a love and hip-hop veteran and Atlanta-based hip-hop star, had made a name for himself in reality TV and music. Joc had 8 children from previous relationships when he first met Kendra Robinson. Conversely, Kendra was the total opposite. Their differences made them unique, but they also made them fascinating when together. Despite numerous obstacles, they married in 2021, and their union became the focus of love and hip-hop. Atlanta and its supporters were given a front-row seat to their highs and lows in the beginning. Their chemistry was clear, but problems soon arose. The first significant problem was Joc's complicated relationship with his 8 children and 4 different marriages. Kendra was hesitant to blend in with Joc's life since she couldn't accept the baggage from his background. She often quarreled with him about her position in his already crowded home. KRA made it clear she didn't want to be defined by Joc's family or public persona. The stress was increased by the frequent mention of Joc's adultery, which plagued him throughout their relationship. Love and hip-hop were used to express Kendra's displeasure with Joc's behavior and her doubts about his loyalty. Rumors about Joc's allegiance were stoked when he admitted to his previous habits and temptations. Kendra backed him in the hopes that he would change and that their relationship would last, but their public disputes made it clear that their trust was shaky. Kendra appeared to maintain her independent goals on course, while Joc appeared sincere in his desire to see the marriage succeed. They tried to merge their worlds and get past the mayhem that followed, but it became clear that there was only one main problem behind the argument that ended their marriage. They made it to the altar in spite of everything, and their 2021 wedding was hailed as a new beginning, an opportunity to disprove the skeptics and begin a new chapter. The children of Joc are starting a family with. Since he expressed his wish to have children with her and believed it to be the natural next step in their relationship, I was impacted when Kendra told me she didn't want children with me. He thought that starting a life together meant sharing everything, including becoming parents. Joc confessed with emotion. Instead of just having another child, Joc wanted to create something with his partner that, in his view, reflected their commitment and love. He viewed it as a way to improve their bond. But Kendra had reasons of her own for not having kids, at least not just now. She had worked so hard to establish her legal career that she was unwilling to take a backseat and concentrate on becoming a mother. Kendra's opposition to the notion seemed intimate, as though she were denying him a shared destiny. Jock felt as though his desire to have a family with Kendra was being disregarded, which infuriated and wounded him. I can freeze my eggs in case I ever decide to have kids. Decide that this had less to do with refusing to have children and more to do with preserving her alternatives and controlling her own schedule. But the emotional consequences were more severe than either of them had expected. Jock thought that Kendra wasn't totally committed when she agreed to have children with him and frozen her eggs, and interpreted her remarks as a preface to life after him. He didn't think their marriage would last, and Kendra's actions felt like a betrayal. Jock saw this dispute as a lack of trust and a common future vision that went beyond children. Jock experienced the worst kind of betrayal as Kendra reaffirmed her choice. Because she wasn't prepared to sacrifice her personality or profession for anyone, including Jock, her insistence on having children felt unjust. Her reluctance was a reaction to the pressure society places on women to forego their aspirations in favor of motherhood, not a rejection of him.
Well, Basil and I have been in this for a real long time. So, and it's a lot of stuff like you guys are seeing this season where, the whole world wasn't privy to, some of the stuff that Basil and I was going through, like, or the time we separated or that we were broke up. Even while we were engaged or even while I was still wearing my ring, we had moments where it just was like not happening. But and things happen during those times when we weren't together.
Aramar was meant to be about building together, but his idea of what their union should look like was at odds with Kendra's independence and insistence on being in charge of her future. Jock began to distance himself from the discussions over having children as Jack and Kendra's marriage grew more tense. Kendra's resolute determination to freeze her eggs for the future caused Jock to feel rejected and undervalued. Give him back his feelings. If you're freezing eggs for someone else, I'm going to do what I want to do too, he allegedly said, urging Kendra to stop. Sources close to the couple said that Kendra's refusal to have children revealed a deeper rift and that he began to question whether they had the same life goals. The resulting heated discussions were filled with hurt sentiments and unsafe hatred, and Kendra's independence suddenly felt like a wall he couldn't overcome. Had sacrificed something in order to maintain the connection, but Kendra wouldn't back down. Kendra felt misunderstood by Jock, who saw her decision to freeze her eggs as a rejection of her independence and their future together. When Jock realized he couldn't live in a marriage where his goals and objectives were ignored, it was the tipping point. Reports state that Jock finally decided to stop his relationship with Kendra. This was a surprising decision for those who had seen the couple overcome so many challenges. But for Jock, it was her statement demonstrated her own resolve that she wasn't willing to change her position or give up on her career, even though Jock had compromised on creating a family after everything they had gone through. He would not settle for a destiny that did not align with his goals and values. Despite their inevitable emotional separation, their love for one another was insufficient to bridge their different perspectives about the future.
I don't have to give no explanation to no goddamn body. If you understand, you understand.
No, what are you talking about? Like,
that's what it is.
You so goddamn big-headed and arrogant. Around here creating babies all over the globe, rocking on household.
All over
You
the
ain't
globe.
ignorant enough to not actually be able to tell my mama, tell my brother. You should answer them.
I will talk to whoever when I'm ready.
For the separation, young Jock has focused on making a fresh start and going forward. He is still a loving father to his children and has gone back to his singing career. In addition, he has come to terms with his single status and considered the lessons he has gained from his marriage to Kendra. Jock said that love alone isn't always sufficient and that you must leave when your futures diverge from his. The decision to end the marriage was necessary, even though it was unpleasant. Through his post-divorce path, Jock portrays a man who is depending on his career, his kids, and his inner peace. He has remained focused on creating a promising future for himself and is unwavering in his determination to not let the heartbreak break him. Kendra Robinson, who has always been ambitious and motivated, has worked even harder at her legal career because his relatives are on the other side. Kendra's journey after the divorce shows that she is stronger than ever and that her objectives and aspirations have remained the same. She has maintained her professional success. Kendra has made it plain what she wants women to know. A woman's worth is not based on having. Her decision to prioritize her own parenting schedule over starting a family or winning over a boyfriend is indicative of the growing sentiment among many modern women that they shouldn't have to pick between their goals and love.
After we made our vows to move forward, that we won't even bring any of this up.
I didn't bring it up. People bringing it up to me.
As expected, fans are torn about the separation between young Jock and Kendra, which has sparked a lot of conversation on social media. Having children and building a future together is a normal expectation in any man's marriage, according to one user who supports Jock because they believe his marriage philosophy and desire for a traditional family are valid. However, some are applauding Kendra for upholding her morals and prioritizing her career for a big number of admirers, arguing that it makes little sense to marry someone who clearly wants children if you don't want any. Kendra's decision symbolizes a modern, self-reliant mindset that challenges traditional ideas about women. Kendra decided to freeze her eggs. According to one admirer's tweet, she is safeguarding her future, and a different response reaffirmed the notion that women shouldn't be coerced into becoming parents before they are ready. Although their love for one another is evident, love alone is insufficient at times. Love and loyalty are never black and white, according to one Instagram comment, and Jock and Kendra's split has generated a controversy that is splitting followers all over the world. Being a baby mom has no bearing on a woman's value. Furthermore, some supporters weighing coy for both sides. The story of Jock and Kendra reveals a number of practical relationship principles that many couples can relate to. Fundamentally, this split emphasizes how crucial it is for two people to have identical values and goals before getting married. Relationships require more than just love. They also require compromise, understanding, and a common goal for the future. Without these, even the strongest ties can break down. Another lesson in self-awareness under pressure is that Jock and Kendra both made decisions based on their own needs and priorities. Kendra was determined to keep her safe, and Jock knew he couldn't stay in a marriage where his desire to have children wasn't being met. Independence and career goals, their story serves as a reminder that sometimes ending a relationship is the best option, even in trying circumstances. The crucial query is whether shared objectives and ideals are more significant than love in maintaining a relationship. What do you guys think? Should Jock and Kendra have reconciled, or was it proper to end things? In addition to remembering to like, submit, and subscribe for future updates, kindly leave your thoughts in the comments box. Jock and Kendra's breakup hits us to reflect on what makes a marriage successful and what happens when things don't work out.